Hey, it's Richard Kraft again, and round 3 of videos about the flood basins around Carriage Glen. And take the old video camera down here and see what's going on. It's June 25th. It's been I guess 3-4 months since we took on this project, and with the videos and the city and stuff. Well, let's just see where we stand. I'm currently behind my house, and I'll just start from here and see what we can find. Well, doesn't take far. You don't have to go very far. And here's this flume right here, and you see that it's covered with green slime, and you see that it goes down to that point right there where it's all collapsed down, all the dirt's fallen into the flume. And so now what this is, it's not a drainage flume, it's just a long stream of green slimy water that's backed up. Let's go over there and take a look at what that area looks like down there. I'm walking, trying to get there, but of course there's waste. This is a chest high grass growing in here. Now, last time I checked FEMA regs on this was supposed to be Bermuda or suitable ground cover. I don't know if this really qualifies, but I can tell you that what it's done is, from rains and stuff, it's served as a trap for when the water comes up here. It traps all sorts of debris and garbage and junk all trapped in here. But let me see if I can get down there through this jungle. Well, you can see why this flume doesn't drain. It's because this flood basin is so silted over. I'm actually standing on the side of it here, and I'm less than 3 feet above that flume. So what's happened is the banks, or the slopes on the side of this thing, have slid down into this, totally silted it over again, and now here it is. It's just a pile of festering goo, and it can't drain. I mean, it can trickle through here, but I'm stepping in the mud here, and it's just ugh, nasty. And again, all this debris is trapped along here. Go with the green slime and junk. Now let's take a look at the main flume that's coming down here. This is the pipe that goes underneath Pool Road and drains down. Now, it's been days since we've really had any rain, and I would imagine what we're seeing here is some runoff and probably sprinkler water that's coming through here. And you can see that this just green slime again, and I have a feeling why that is. Let's go down there a little bit further and see what we find down there. Oh, I want to note this hill up here, which is along Pool Road. You see, it's maintained, it's mowed and everything, but once we get out there into the floodplain, you see it's just a jungle. I want to point out one other thing. From where I'm standing, I am looking at what would be the bottom of the floodplain. It is easily, I'm 6 feet tall. That thing's got to be 4.5 feet above this basin here, and this flume right here. And once you get in there, there's no way that the water can get down here, and I'll show that in a minute. But right now, let's just walk down and see what's going on with this main drain flume here. Okay, here we are a little further downstream. It's underneath the trail bridge. You see, it's got a bunch of rocks and debris that have washed down into there. There's been quite a bit of erosion. I think these are sprinkler lines that are now exposed. Let's go further down and see what we got. Well, here's the flume. You see that in some places it's totally choked over by sedimentation, and it's just down to about a 2-foot gap. I guess this thing's about 6 feet wide. 2 feet here, and it really gets strangled off further up there, so that this thing just can't drain properly, which I would imagine is responsible for all the green slime and goo in here. Not to mention the garbage. Ugh. 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 Let's see what else we got. Here along the bridge, we got this. Wow! We got this mess of just standing water. I can actually see mosquito larvae swimming around in that thing. You see that this whole deal, or whatever you call that, it's been undercut to the point where the slab is broken. And then we got this mosquito farm here. And then where the flume drains down into the creek, you see that it's choked down to just a few inches across with vegetation and sand. Ouch. To the point where that pipe is just about choked off too. And of course the garbage and stuff. And there's where it comes out to the creek. Alright, let's head back up into the flood basin and see what we find up there. Now this is going to be difficult to capture on this camera, but where I'm standing is see, I'm behind 12 Oaks along Pool Road. You can't see the main flume that's there because of the amount of, as high up as I am. I'm easily 5 feet above it, but I'm standing in an area here that is like a deep sunken area, so that if water comes up here and it rises as it should, there's no way for it to drain back into the flume or the creek. And so what we end up with these piles of just mats of rotting debris and garbage, and it just gets bigger and bigger. And then what we have here is, in one of the low spots, it's just green, stinky. There's like a dried up pond here because there's no way for this water to drain to that flume over there or anywhere. It just sits here and just accumulates. Ouch. Ow! I'm sinking. It just accumulates these piles of trash. This is right besides the running trail, and all along here I can just see it's going to be hard to pick up on this camera. It's just mats and mats and mats of this rotting junk. All right, let's go off into the jungle there. Again, it's chest-high weeds, and we'll see what it's like in the middle of this thing, because again, there's just no way the water can get out of this deal. As you walk around the middle of this basin, you'll find dunes or piles of this blow sand, which is freshly deposited. You see how soft that is, and that's what's been accumulating in here for years, raising the level of this thing. See, the stuff's just as fine as can be, and it's just accumulated everywhere. There's just piles of it. And again, what it's done is created a little, mountain up here that it just collects junk. Now let's keep going around, see what we find. There's lots of blow sand everywhere. These are some of the houses along 12 Oaks, and some of these people's homes. They get to view this dead and fallen tree that washed up here in the big flood of September of last year, and it's still sitting there just rotting. Not exactly what you really want to see when you're looking out of your house. And then of course looking out here and seeing this this mess of weeds and junk out here. If this is my property, I'd already been cited. Well, I found some Bermuda, and let's see, it comes up to my knees. So when they cut this, you know what's going to happen. We're just going to have just piles of dried and rotting grass back here again. Okay, now I got to fight my way through the jungle to get to the next. Oh man, it's all stickers. Whoa. Need a machete. Oh. Ugh. Yep, here we go. Man. Tons of it. I'm trying to make my way to the drain pipe. Comes up here from 12 Oaks. More blow sand. Oof. Hack my way through that jungle to get there. Blow sand. All right. Here's the drain pipe. Ugh. Ew. This is icky here. There's the drain pipe, and I'm standing. Yeah, the ground here is it's just moist and sticky. And here we can see this drain pipe's got a little bit of water coming out of it. Oh, look at this. What do we see? I don't know if you can see this. It's got tadpoles swimming all around in it, and mosquito larvae. See, because when the water comes down here, what does it do? It slides right in here to a nice man-made little dam, and the surrounding dirt around it is higher than the bottom of the flume, so there's no way the water can get out of here. Okay, now the garbage will accumulate all in here, as you can see. So what we've got here is a beautiful little dam. Beautiful. And this is right behind somebody's house. Beautiful house. And it had this mess. I'd like to know who engineered this one. This is genius right here. There's no way. Okay, now the plan, I think, is for this water to come out from here and go over towards the creek there. It's impossible. If you look at this, from the bottom of those stones to the top, there's a 2-foot difference. There's no way water can go uphill. In fact, I'm going to walk up this way towards it. I just had to step up 2 feet to get to it. Now here's where the water's supposed to drain, down here. And again, it's just clogged with just mess. Ow. I saw some damp spots here still. Now there is some moisture still settling in here because there's just no way for the water to get out of here. A big pile of green, ugh. This is green mossy stuff. I'm walking in here. Again, there's the slope that goes up to Horseshoe, and see how overgrown that is. You see, here's a pocket of just mud, and we got these pools. It just, here's more debris just accumulated in here, and just another low-lying pond area. It smells bad. It's just dried up. Well, it's not dried up. It's mossy, slimy, stinky stuff. See, what's supposed to happen is that drain pipe from over there is supposed to drain this way. There's no way. There's no way water can go uphill. There's the running trail. You see that it's just completely overgrown. Okay, gonna move ahead to get to the end of the, get to the end of this floodplain, see what we find up there.